Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of News in 2 Minutes, bringing you the news that you need to know every day. Let's begin. Continued fighting both between civilians throughout Egypt and the military has left an estimated 100 Egyptians killed and thousands more injured in both sectarian and factional wars. Egypt's senior Muslim cleric has warned of a full civilian war between religiously divided civilians and the state if the military does not remove itself from power and place former President Mohamed Morsi back into what they see as his rightful position. A 20-year study published by the American National Academy of Sciences shows that China's high pollution rate decreases the average citizen's life expectancy by over 5 years. The study, performed by a team of international scientists, goes on to detail the concentration of particulates in the air and its correlation to long-term health-related issues worldwide. In a recent audit released June 13th of this year, the USDA estimated that over 101 Americans currently participate in one or more of the U.S. government's food assistance programs. The USDA quotes the figure that has surpassed the number of full-time employees in the private sector of the U.S. as a record number of participants and a high that has risen with economic downturn. In news that continues to show a desperate economy, the Federal Reserve has released a report that states there was a sharp increase in U.S. consumers that were forced to rely on credit cards to purchase goods in May. A primeval forest that was likely uncovered by Hurricane Katrina has been discovered in the Gulf of Mexico south of Alabama. The forest is said to contain trees that are nearly 50,000 years old and preserve a time when the world's oceans were much lower than they are today. The findings hold particular significance in light of recent discoveries in Antarctica, where trillions of liters of water recently flowed into the ocean from a glacier's lake, and add to scientists' claims that the sea level may quickly rise in the near future. Firefighters have been so far unable to contain a 24-square-mile fire in Nevada that has caused over 500 evacuations, closed nearby areas of the state, and forced the opening of emergency shelters in public schools. And to wrap things up, severe thunderstorms cut power to over 300,000 Canadians, while flash floods associated with the storms trapped motorists and train passengers across Canada's largest city. And increased levels of tritium at the Fukushima nuclear power plant lead researchers to believe that the concrete barriers put in place to stop groundwater from reaching the ocean is not sufficient enough to block the radiation. And that's it for this episode of News in 2 Minutes. Check back tomorrow for more news that the aware need the most. This week's News in 2 Minutes is brought to you by SHTFplan.com, where even the officials go for news, and SQmetals.com for all your precious metal needs.